right, let's take a look at the starting lineup now for this race. It's Russ Gamester and Jack Hewitt on the front row, with Gamester going almost 141. Ryan Newman will start in third position. Alongside will be Brian Tyler. In row number 3, it's Donnie Beechler and Davey Hamilton. In the fourth row, Pat Abold and Dave Steele, who just finished second in the midget race. Johnny Heidenreich will start in the fifth row inside. Outside will be the winner of the midget race, Jason Leffler. Jimmy Sills will go from inside row number 6, and Robbie Flock outside that row. In the seventh row, Bentley Warren, car 34, and Eric Gordon in number 48. The eighth row consists of Billy Puterbaugh in car 20 and Ken Hamilton in 53. The ninth row, car number 97, Mike Brooks and Dave Darlin in number 56. The 10th row, Wally Pankratz, car number 50, and Casey Deemert in 173. Chuck Gurney in 137 and Ricky Shelton in car number 98 will start in the 11th row. Row number 12 consists of Brian Gerster in car 25 and Dryden in 333. Jerry Coons Jr. from Tucson starts in number 6, and Gary Heber in 66 in the 13th row. The next to last row has Matt Jewell in number 73 and Ray Evans in 85. And in the final row, Derek Davidson in car number 62 and Kevin Bloomstrand in 59.
Really as good on the pavement as he is on the dirt. And he's won a couple of races on the pavement, so I don't know why that stigma sticks with him.
Here we go. The green flag is out, and we are racing. The 94 car of Brian Tyler did not go when he stepped on the gas, and he was passed by several cars. And here they are going in through turn number 2 and on to the backstretch, just about the way they started. Now Gamester has the advantage.
You can see Gamester got a little bit better run down that back straightaway. He led Hewitt into turn number 3. Now Hewitt comes back on the bottom side. Those two guys have pulled out to several car lengths lead over everybody else back there.
Ryan Newman is running in third position, then Beechler in fourth, and a 3-car battle as they head into turn number 1 again for the next position. Oh, and the 9 car gets a little wiggly going through the corner. That's Jason Leffler.
And you can see the black car. That's Steele. He's bottoming out. They've got the back end of that car so low that it's touching the ground. That there's a hoop underneath that fuel tank, and it's rubbing the ground. That's where you see all the sparks coming back.
Looking from Donnie Beechler's car back to the field and to the cars beside him. That is the number 9 car of Leffler, who went by. Now we look back on the 11 car of Davey Hamilton, and that's Robbie Flock in the 60.
Really wants to move in there, but he wants to move in with the right team. I don't think he was anxious to move in with just anybody, but if he gets the right opportunity, the right kind of car, he knows as well as everybody that the team and the car are as much as any part of that IRL deal.
Well, we're staying up front, but that's where the major action is. It's Dave Steele, Pat Abold, Heidenreich, Gamester, and Warren after 58 of 100 laps at the Rocky Mountain Classic. Back at Pikes Peak, and the leader, Dave Steele, has spun. I was watching it, and he tried to get below a slower car going into turn number 3. He touched wheels with that slower car and did a half spin. He's very lucky that the car didn't sail up the racetrack and hit the wall, but in any case, Dave Steele is
Look at him pounding on the side of the race car. Come get me going. He is really hot. He got in below that lap car. The car came down and hit his right front, and he just did a half spin. It wasn't anything he could do about it. Now he's sitting dead in the water. He's going to lose at least 1 lap, which is going to put him out of any contention of any hope of ever winning this race.
Yeah, it sure is. Here comes the pace car just behind him with the field in tow. It sure was. Here it is again from another angle. You can see him down beside Evans here, and you can also see how those 2 left side tires are well below the white line.
Absolutely, and he came from below that white line to way up the racetrack. Evans was there, and he couldn't stop the car. Once he got below and the race car took off on him, he couldn't get it stopped.
Appreciate him carrying the camera and giving us some good shots while he was out there, but Beechler is kind of retiring at the end of 86 laps. There's Ryan Newman now in that white and orange car.
And he has moved up into 4th position. He's done a great job while we were away at break. He's moved his way. There's first, there's second and third right there. Brian Newman is right there going into the corner. He has moved up into 4th spot, so he's done a very nice job after a very disappointing midget race earlier.
We give you a look at several of the cars that are still in competition, and again we're seeing Leffler all over the racetrack. The rear end got out of him again. There's Robbie Flock in a real tight situation in that white car.
That's Derek Davidson, a lap car. Davidson's made a pit stop, changed tires, still not on the pace, and when he got into that corner, he was hard on the brakes just to keep the right there.
Marty has a report on Ryan Newman, who's running fourth.
Well, one of the things we needed to point out again, in case somebody tuned in late, remember in the early go of this race, he almost came in with a stuck throttle. There was a rag that somehow got caught in there. Somehow he's managed to get that loose. Boy, it's a good thing he didn't come in. He'd have lost this great opportunity.
Sure would have, but he's putting on a fine show for the people here this afternoon. 90 laps completed. We have 10 more laps to go.
Meanwhile, we're still watching this battle back here. Robbie Flock. Now Brian Tyler has moved into the fray. Both these guys trying to get around. That's a lap car, that yellow car on the outside. And Flock, once again, tries to use the lap car to his advantage, but it doesn't look like it's going to work, and it's going to give Tyler the inside. No, he pulls down there and cuts off Tyler and maintains his position.
They're trying to get around, by the way, Kevin Bloomstrand from Auburn Hills, Michigan, in that number 59 car. So now the battle resumes for position between Leffler and Robbie Flock for sixth spot. They come out of the turn and go down the backstretch. Flock takes a look to the inside, gets a pretty good run on Leffler and moves alongside of him in the third and fourth corners. But
see right there, he has to get out of the throttle. That's the problem when you get down to that bottom. You got to get out of the throttle and keep from running into that guy on the outside. And when you do, it kills your momentum for the next straightaway, and you just can't get by him. We've seen that happen time and time again. That's why all these guys have tried to run that outside groove, and it seems to be much better for most people.
Will Johnny Heidenreich be able to pick up his first Silver Crown victory? We're going to take a quick break. Again, it'll be a dip to black. We'll come back. You won't miss anything. They're the top 5 as there are only 7 laps to go. Pikes Peak, it is Johnny Heidenreich en route to his first victory in the Silver Crown division. Possibly this time around, he'll complete lap number 94, and his advantage over Bentley Warren is a sizable one, almost an entire straightaway advantage.
Bentley Warren almost, Pat Abel got up there, stuck his nose in under him. Meanwhile, Ryan Newman has caught up both of them, and Ryan Newman just moves to the bottom and goes by Pat Abel down there in turn number 3, and now he's in third position.
Picks up third, but Abel may do the same thing to Ryan, and he retakes a position, but Ryan gets a run at the bottom and retakes it.
You give me a side job, and I'll give you one back. That's just the way she works in here. Now then, it's going to happen all over again. Abel is going to drive him down in there. He's going to slide up the racetrack. Newman's in a perfect position to cut down and go to the inside of him. No, he didn't slide up, so Newman's going to try to stay on the outside and go back by him down the back straightaway. Oh!
Abel comes up the racetrack right ahead of Newman, and there is Dave Steele once again showing his muscle, but again, unfortunately, he's not on the lead lap. He spun while leading earlier in this event. There are just 4 more laps to go now, and boy, we're seeing battling all over the racetrack, except up front where Johnny Heidenreich has a great advantage over Bentley Warren.
Yeah, and this is going to hurt Ryan Newman. David Steele getting in between those 2 cars is going to hurt him. Unless that happens where he just, wait, Abel is having trouble. He pulled to the inside. He's slowing way down.
Indeed, Abel drops off the pace, and
just 3 laps to go, and he's headed for the pit area. Terrible, terrible break for him.
He was in third position and led from lap 40 to 56, but Pat Abel is pulling into the pits as Johnny Heidenreich has less than 3 laps to go to victory. This time around, he'll complete lap number 98.
And he has about a half a straightaway lead on Bentley Warren. Bentley Warren still running in second spot, and he's got about 8 or 10 car lengths over Ryan Newman. So there's none of those top 3 spots really to be contested right now, although Jimmy Sills running in fourth is only 5 or 6 car lengths behind Ryan Newman.
Johnny Heidenreich, his best finish in Silver Crown competition came earlier this year at Orlando. He was the runner-up to the winner, Brian Tyler, and he now looks at the white flag. 1 more lap to go. 1 more mile for Johnny Heidenreich, and he records his first victory in USAC Silver Crown competition.
Well, people have written off Johnny Heidenreich several times. They're saying he's had so many concussions. He's been hurt so many times. Oh, look at him right there. He almost got in the fence. He's got a blistered right front tire. He drove that thing, almost drove it right straight into the fence, coming off a 2 on the last lap. And look at that tire. It's blistered. Another 2 laps, and he would not finish this race.
And is he going to be able to make it to the checkered flag? Here's the finish, and Bentley Warren just manages to finish in second position, but by just about a half a car length as Heidenreich held him off. Man, oh man.
Johnny Heidenreich is going to be saying, my goodness, I'm glad this wasn't 101 laps long, or I'd have been in 10th instead of in first.